Good evening, everybody, and welcome once again to Rogues Gallery Live. Like I said, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rogues Gallery Live. This is episode 101, and it's going to be an awesome show tonight. I have a great panel, including somebody that might join us here in just a bit as well. But anyway, I want to say hello to everybody here in the chat here. We've got, of course, Mr. Jeff. Geez, I am already struggling here. Jeff Morris right here. How's it going,
Hey,
Jeff?
everybody. Good. Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's ready for Wednesday.
Absolutely. And I've got to show everybody your new background. You've definitely changed it up since our last show. Look how cool that looks.
Yep, got some new shelves and switched stuff from the other room into this room.
It looks good. You have an incredible DC collection there, and then obviously on the other side you've got some Marvel love. I know you just got your new Dr. Doom in. We were just talking before the show started, like how tall he is. He's crazy tall.
Yeah, I like him and Red Skull together. I've had that Red Skull for a couple of years, and he's been in, well, these have all been in another shelf, so they've not been out to where you could really enjoy them. It's nice to switch them around.
It looks good. I had that Red Skull, believe it or not, years ago, and it was a really cool piece, I thought.
Yeah, the details on the uniform and coat and stuff are really good.
I like the helmet on the base, too. I thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's awesome. Well, it's cool to see some new pieces back there behind you, and I'm glad you're doing well. We also have Mr. Matt T in the house. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Good. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well tonight.
I am extremely jealous of what's over your shoulder, that you already have your Arkham City Harley.
Yes. Yeah, she's amazing. Way bigger than I expected, even though we still had the measurements. Every time I still open it 1/3, I can't imagine how big they are.
I've got a photo later of Eric holding that base, and so it's just crazy to see just how monstrous that thing is. But my question is you know that I have been going back and collecting all the Arkham pieces again, whether that's stupid or not. I am doing it. And is she pretty sized compared to the Arkham Knight one? Like, is she bigger? Does she pair up pretty well?
She is a little bit larger. Like if you do hold their head side by side, and I can get them in a few minutes if you want to show you, they are a little bit different, but I don't feel with the pose being so different that they have any kind of confliction next to each other, because I do have them side by side, and to me it looks fine.
That's great. Well, because that was why my biggest concern is that's one of the reasons why I decided to get the line back, is because I was getting this piece in, and I was like, well, how is, if I don't have anything else to go with my Arkham City pieces, so that's right. Why I thought, well, hopefully she'll fit in well. So I'm glad to hear that. That's some weight off my shoulders. That's great.
It actually makes me question how they had the Arkham City Ivy coming out. They ended up canceling, unfortunately. But if she was going to be larger scale than all the Arkham Knights.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that would have gone over.
I don't know. I'm still optimistic. I'm hoping that they rethink Ivy, because it's been a while now since an Ivy's been out. That's long sought after. It's long sold out. This might be the time to try again. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath, but anyway. Also right here from the Secret Sanctuary, Mr. Jeff Delaney's in the house.
Hey, y'all. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Glad to have you here, sir. And last but not least, we have Mr. Eric B in the house. Hey, Eric.
Hey, guys. Good to be back. Looking forward to tonight's show.
And speaking of over the shoulder, I see a Harley over your shoulder, too.
There is. A lot has changed in my display over the last few weeks. So
that's right. And we'll talk about that here in just a bit. To kind of talk about how your collection has changed. We also might be joined by Art Statue Collector. It was going to be like 7 a.m. where he is. So I don't know. He might be, crawling out of bed as we speak. We'll see, but he might join us. I did send him the link. So anyway, I want to say hello to some folks real quick before we get started. And then we got quite a few topics. I haven't actually told you guys what the topics are tonight, so you'll be surprised what they are. And then we've got, not quite as many photos to look at today. There wasn't quite as many new things coming out, but we've got a lot of stuff, collectors in hand and things like that. I also want to, right off the bat, plug this coming Friday, I will be live unboxing the Detective Comics 1000. I'm getting it Friday, so 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is the plan. Hopefully, both boxes arrive. That'll be quite a spoiler there if only one box arrives. But anyway, supposed to get both on Friday, and so that live unboxing will happen. Anything coming your way in the sanctuary, Jeff?
That's an excellent question. Yeah, I would think Swamp Thing would be sometime soon. And Queen Studios stuff.
I was gonna say, when is that? I thought you got like a shipping thing for Wonder Woman?
Oh, I did, but no. Well, I got an invoice for the shipping, but I have not received a shipping notification.
Ah, darn it! I was hoping you would maybe have her by now.
No, in fact, I took another look at the email, and it actually said that they don't expect it until mid-November.
Oh my gosh! But they were already invoicing you?
I don't know why he did that, but yeah.
Well, maybe it was one of those things where he thought it was coming in, and then something changed.
Well, he makes it clear in the email you don't have to pay right away. And
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, I just got the email and said, "Oh, time to pay," and I paid it. And then I read the email the next day, and I was like, "Oh, I could have done this a month from now.
Yeah.
It would have been fine."
Speaking of shipping, Detective Comics 1000, $451 damn dollars.
Yeah.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit. I can't lie. That's a lot. Is that too much? Is that going? Are we to the point where it's almost a premium format?
What, was he one box or two boxes?
Two.
Okay.
Harley's just one, right?
Yeah.
So
How much
that'll
was
help when Harley ships.
She was. I didn't order her through Sideshow, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Matt, who
Yeah,
did you order
still.
from? Prime One, right?
Prime 1, yeah.
Okay.
What was the shipping, Matt?
It was about, I forget the exact number. It was around 250.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I think not standard. The economy for me, I think, was going to be around 300 to 400.
But I mean, still like 250 from China, basically. And I am paying 450. I mean, if you take 450 and divide it by 2, I mean, you're probably close to that, but that's only coming from California. But still,
Well,
yeah.
they're factoring in some of what they paid to get it from China.
Sure.
You got to be.
They've got to be. Because
Yeah.
I do feel like overall Sideshow's been really fair over the years with shipping. If you live in the United States. But I mean, obviously these boxes are massive. I have no idea because I haven't seen it in hand, but it feels like that piece is going to be really, really big with the cape and the base and everything else. So pretty crazy. But anyway, 451. So I had to go off on a little bit of a tangent there because it was pretty shocking. But
Hey, Jeff, what did it cost to ship Dr. Doom?
$96.
That's a lot from Sideshow.
that's a lot for
Yeah.
Sideshow.
The box was not a thick box, but it was tall. It
Okay.
was a really tall box,
Mhm.
bigger than most of their pieces have been lately.
Right.
Because normally, I don't know, in the past, my premium formats have been like $45.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah,
Mine
90.
was like 60.
Okay. Well, and I guess maybe I'm thinking like you're not quite another halfway across the country, but you're 4 states away from me. So I don't know if maybe that factors into some of it. And I would imagine, Jeff, yours is probably the cheapest, being right next door to Sideshow, but
Yeah. I know people complain that Storm was quite a bit more expensive than the average premium format for them too.
the Bataholic is in the house. He said the shipping on the Fablock Batman is giving me some pause for sure. I mean, that's something you definitely have to factor in. I mean, I think a lot of people don't factor in shipping costs, and a lot of people don't factor in the tax. Because the tax was like $190 or whatever it was. So, that's quite a bit, for tax and shipping.
Yeah, that's a real big factor when you're deciding whether to order from Sideshow or directly from Prime One is the sales tax.
And that's why I tend to want to order more from Prime One directly because I might have to wait. Although if I wait, it's going to get here about the same time as Sideshow would ship it anyway. But at the same time, there's no tax. Now, if you do the quicker shipping, there's a chance that you have to pay that import fee.
Yeah.
Did you guys do the quicker shipping, right? Eric and Matt, did you do the quicker shipping?
No,
I
in
did.
economy.
Okay, Eric did. Did you pay did you get a separate bill for that import fee?
Not yet, and I'm hoping I don't.
Okay.
So-
Like the times I've been hit with it twice, and the times it was like right around the same time. So I'm hoping
when do they usually hit you with that fee? Right away or a month later?
it wasn't a month. Like I feel like it was within the same week. I feel like it was like a separate envelope.
Okay. Hopefully not.
So yeah, because you've had yours over a week now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I spoke to Paula. I don't know if she's in the chat tonight. Who also did the fast shipping, and I believe she did get custom fees. So crossing my fingers, somehow I don't receive those. I didn't know about it at the time. When I did the faster shipping.
Well, the very first one I ever did that with, I think my very first piece I ever ordered directly from them was the Arkham Joker, which is actually what I just got in today. It's the Arkham Knight Joker, and I just was shocked. I was like, why am I getting hit with this extra fee? But then if you go into the fine print, it does say that you might be eligible for tax or import fees or duties.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's just on that one. It's not on the slow shipping. It's just on the fast shipping. So
Matt, you guys use quick if you went with economy shipping.
Yeah, I believe a bunch of people on the same day that Eric and I both received ours done economy.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, I didn't realize you guys did the slower shipping because I placed my order the week before, and I got to say that standard shipping came so fast. I got I got the delivery confirmation from Prime One in China, and it literally was at my doorstep like 4 days later from China.
that's crazy.
That's awesome. I know this was probably the fastest economy shipping I ever did get, though, because mine left China August 8th and then arrived September 8th.
That's
Crazy.
cool.
That is cool.
Right.
Paula is here, and she says, I got hit. Wouldn't ship it to me without me paying it.
Oh.
So that's a pretty good sign, Eric, that maybe you won't have to pay anything then.
Yeah, I wonder why that happens to some people and not others.
I don't know, and it seems like it's been real hit or miss. I don't know. Paula,
How much was it?
Yeah, I was going to say, Paula, if you don't mind, would you let us know how much you had to pay for the import fee? Dolly says, didn't think the U.S. gets import tax on statues if they classified it on the customs form correctly. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I think standard wait times are down to 30 to 45 days again.
That's cool.
So that's
it was
really,
nice.
really great. Because what was it, 3 months before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Paul, if you don't mind letting us know. But anyway, again, we could talk about shipping forever, but it's crazy that at times it's been really great and at times it's been really, really awful. And I know people in the UK and overseas, they get hit with these giant, shipping fees. So, I think maybe we're finally starting to, feel
like
that.
sharded.
Yeah, that's right. We sharded. That's right.
Wow.
Paul says I paid $146 import fee.
Wow. That's painful.
Oh,
On top of
ouch.
the massive shipping.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
hurts. Anyway.
While you were on the Harley piece, Chris, I pulled over the heads if you want to see them for comparisons.
Absolutely.
So if I can pick it up. Got the Arkham Knight and then the Arkham City.
Well, they look very comparable.
So they're fairly similar.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Cities is slightly bigger. But then if you compare it to the comic version, which I got right here, the comic version definitely feels bigger.
I've got a photo.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a photo from another collector. Now that you have these up here, in this photo it looks like the head's quite a bit bigger. So again, I just don't know if that's the angle that they were doing. I don't know, but yours look pretty comparable compared to these two.
It's definitely bigger, but that photo feels like it's more exaggerated than I'm looking at them right here.
Okay, that's good. That's good news to me.
So I think just because she's seated, you won't notice the difference as much.
Do you? Which one do you like better between the Arkham Knight and Arkham City?
Arkham City, hands down.
Nice.
I'm very happy with that piece.
What about the comic book one thrown in? The portrait on that comic book one just really jumped out.
Yeah.
The comic book piece is amazing.
Yeah.
They definitely did better on the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad to have both. There was a time where I was like, do I really need both of them? But they're so different. You know, they're both. I just think they're both fun. They're big pieces, though. I mean, they take up a lot of room for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello everybody again. Thanks for joining us tonight. Like I said, we've got a lot of different topics. Why don't we go ahead and jump right in with our first topic? This one's going to be kind of a short and funny one, but here we go. Has Eric lost his mind with his collection? Will he survive, or will he have a mental breakdown? So anyway, I believe actually, Eric, that came directly from Eric, and because obviously he's feeling a little bit of stress with this one because, you know, like Jeff changed his background. Let's talk a little bit about Eric changing yours. So Eric, you had a lot of the Justice League pieces, basically, a lot of 52 type pieces. They all looked really great, but let's talk a little bit about your collection and how it's evolved and, you know, kind of what you're thinking for the rest of your collection as you go.
Yeah, it was chaotic because I listed everything for sale the same day, which was like something like 12 pieces, whatever it was. And I wasn't expecting everything to sell so quickly. And I think I sold about 80% of them within the first day. So the first week I was just boxing up statues. And then at the same time, I had all these, you know, third scales that I was buying coming in. So I was, you know, unboxing. So it was just a lot of work. And then as I was switching it, I was having a little bit of a doubt, like, oh no, did I make the right decision? I don't know if I like the way it's looking so far, but where it's at now is not the final vision I had in mind. Like a lot of the stuff that I want to put in my cabinets is on pre-order, and I'm not going to have that, you know, who knows, maybe it's like a year from now. So,
or 4.
I got a lot of,
or 4 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on. Even today, I still have, I just sold Dark Side today. So I was packing up Dark Side this afternoon. The only one I haven't sold yet is the Flash and Batman New 52, but I think I'm going to keep Batman New 52. I kind of like where he is. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm now happy with it. It took a little bit while. Like I said, I was a little nervous. I was like, oh no, did I make a mistake? But I'm happy with the change, and it's been fun collecting again. It like revised collecting for me again. That excitement, getting pieces in again, and actually being able to share that with my daughter. So my past like older statues, I've unboxed every single one with my daughter. And the last year or two, I think she kind of like lost interest. You know, she stopped kind of doing that with me. And as I've been getting the 1/3 scales in, she's been like doing that over again, like unboxing them with me and helping me and stuff. So it's been a lot of fun.
So, you know, obviously sometimes our family members don't always quite understand our passion for these things, but they tolerate us in quite a lot of details. And anyway, I'm curious as to what they think about this change with 1/3, because 1/3 is definitely different than 1/4. I mean, there is a big difference in terms of not only the look of them, but how much space they take up. So how have they felt about this change? You kind of go into a larger scale.
They like it. Like you guys saw, I was pushing at it for, you know, maybe like a good 6 months to a year, trying to convince everyone that I should change the collection. And, you know, my wife liked it. She was like, no, don't change anything. I don't think my daughter really minded that I changed anything. And, yeah, I don't know. What was the question? Sorry, I zoned out.
I just said, like, how was your family adjusted to you changing scale? Like, has it been are they impressed by the scale? Do they like it better? What do they think of it?
Yeah, I think that overall they like it better. For me, the main thing was I originally wanted to change the whole entire display behind me and do something different. And my wife was against that. So I said, fine, you know, I'm not going to change it. My plan was just to stick with quarter scale and just maybe switch up to different quarter scale pieces. And then I showed you guys that mock-up I did in Photoshop. And I was like, you know what? Because I had the Jimenez Joker on pre-order. I was going to put him somewhere else. And I was like, well, he's short. He would actually fit in the cabinet. What if I just got all 3rd scale statues that are somewhat shorter and, you know, sitting down, like the Harley, Arkham City Harley, she's sitting. Jimenez Joker, he's sitting. Joker, he's, you know, crunched over. What do you call it? Bermejo Batman, he's hunched over. So they all actually fit in my display. And I just had this vision. I was like, they fit. I'm going to do it. And I just, boom, changed the whole entire display around. And I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be hard going forward if I want to change things around, because now I got to find pieces that fit in, you know, that size of a cube. But I don't see myself changing anything anytime soon. I have, a few things are going to get changed, like the Bermejo Joker. He'll get replaced by Jimenez Joker, but Ivy, Harley, they're here to stay forever. And then eventually I'll probably get a different Batman. I think I'm going to put Batman off to the side somewhere and do a different Batman and just keep everything behind me, all Batman villains. So yeah, what's going on behind me right now is not the final, like I said, vision. Like I still have Wonder Woman. She's on payment plan with somebody. That's why she's still back there. And I still have some quarter scales up top. I might keep the quarter scales up there. I kind of like them. So I'm not sure what I'm doing yet.
They look good up there. And one part about this whole topic with Eric losing his mind, I cannot believe how fast you bought all of these. Like you went crazy. Like there was a couple of days on our private messenger that you were like, I bought this one, this one. And like I found and you just found them. Like you were able to find collectors selling, and then you sold all your stuff in like record time. What were those couple of days like for you? Because it was crazy to watch you, because it's like, oh my God, you have lost your mind. It's crazy.
It was surprised because it just happened to work out. I was finding all these pieces for great prices, and like I said, some of them are filler pieces that like Bermejo Joker. To me, that's not my Joker. I didn't really love the story. I like more of a comic book version, but he'll be like a temporary piece. I mean, I like him artistically, but not story wise. But yeah, I was finding like all these great deals. I got a great deal on the Bermejo Joker. I got a great deal on the Bermejo Batman. So I was like, I don't like having empty cubes. I couldn't change everything and then just have empty spaces for an entire year. That looks ridiculous to me. Especially this is like, my family room where I watch TV. So every time I got to watch TV, I got to stare at empty, cubes, and it just didn't look right. So I had to find. I found pieces where I found great deals on them, and that I can hold off temporarily until my pre-orders come in next year. So yeah, it all just somehow worked out. A lot of stuff I found locally. It was amazing the way it worked out. But yeah.
So would you ever consider, if you do keep expanding this, would you ever consider moving away from the cases and doing something different with like more open air, like what like Dan and I like? Like, would you consider something like that?
That could be my next step. We got to say, doing baby steps. First, it was the collection. So I gotta, if it was up to me, I would do it. I got to get the rest of my family on board for doing something like that. So
yeah. Well, speaking of losing minds, I was just counting how many Arkham pieces. So like a month and a half ago, I didn't have any Arkham pieces. Guess how many I have now?
12.
No, I've got 8.
Wow.
1 just arrived today, and 1's arriving later in the week. But like, isn't that nuts? Like how quickly sometimes you're able to like get these things. Like,
yeah.
I guess they look good in your collection again, though. So I know a lot of people said the same thing.
Well, it's like, they just feel like they're right. It just feels like they were just missing. But I'm glad to have them back. And I know they're older, but for me, they're still some of the best designs, and I'm just so glad I made the choice to get them back. I don't know what I was thinking in the first place. I think I was probably panicking money wise, because you have, let's say you have $20,000 worth of pre-orders, you're like, well, where's that money going to come from?
Yeah.
So,
well, but like you guys saw, I was like buying a lot of stuff at once. You got to keep in mind, I sold a lot of stuff. I think I purchased less than what I sold, so I'm still ahead of.
Tell everybody what pieces you still have available if anybody's interested.
New 52 Flash, and that's pretty much it. I just sold Darkseid today for an incredible price, basically half of the retail price. And I would possibly think about selling Batman New 52 if I can find something to put in his place. I was thinking about maybe putting like Arkham Batman, like 1/3 scale there or something. I don't know. I'm still eyeing the Fabok Batman Detective 1000.
I was gonna say, wait till Friday.
I'm waiting for that review from you. And I think I'm probably going to pre-order that the other Fabok Batman, the triumphant one, where he's on that tower, whatever he's on, the building.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
again,
do think
that's like a year from now. So
I think for the space that you have, just in my personal opinion, I think that triumphant one might be the best one, because other than the New 52, because I think it's just tall and it won't stick out.
I feel like Batman needs to be somewhere else in my room. So I do have other areas in my room. So I feel like right now I have Bermejo, and I feel like he kind of gets like lost down there. I feel like Batman should be more stand out and like a centerpiece in my room. So I kind of want to do a different Batman somewhere else.
Yeah. Dylan Hicks says, I still have Arkham Knight Catwoman just as much as my newer stuff. That is the last one that I'm looking for. So if anybody has a Catwoman for a decent price, I am currently looking. And if anybody wants Eric's Flash, New 52, where can they email you, Eric?
Is my email up there? No. DC Justice League 10@gmail.com. He's also on the Facebook groups right now. I just relisted him today at a lower price. Is it 500?
At gmail.com?
Yeah, at Gmail. What did I list him for? I think I list him somewhere between like $500. I think I put him up for today,
which is still a really great price.
Yeah.
Yeah, $500, crazy. So that should be, if I spelled it right, DC Justice League.
Yep.
And at gmail.com.
Yep. Thank you.
So if you're interested.
Can I mention something I'm looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
I'm looking for the Sideshow Rebel Terminator. So if anybody has one for sale, please message me.
So, and where can they message you?
Well, they can either email me at jeffdelaney949@gmail.com or just message me in the group on Facebook.
You know, you're kind of switching up some things too.
I just decided that I don't necessarily have to have lines. You know, for a long time, I've had Justice League, some X-Men, some Avengers. And I've realized that I'm missing out on some really primo, awesome pieces because they don't fit in a line. And so since our last show, I finally, after 5 years, picked up the Sideshow Red Sonja.
Which is awesome.
I've always wanted. And someone offered it to me for a really nice price. And I have that now, and I couldn't be happier. And Rebel Terminator fits in that same category as something that doesn't really fit with my collection, but it's just such a great piece. I want to have it. So I'm willing to sacrifice putting together lines now if I can just get real primo pieces that I love to look at every day.
And it just seems like that piece, I never see it come up. Like, so, you know, and was the ES pretty small on her? It must have not been very big.
Combined, it's 1,000. It's not that much.
Wow. That's pretty crazy, but it's a great piece.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if that's the one I feel like it looks kind of like Natalie Portman to me.
I've heard some people say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful portrait. Maybe I'm thinking of her too, because we just watched Thor last weekend. So, but.
And I don't care if it's an exclusive or regular, whatever. I'll take either one.
All right. So if you're interested in or if you're selling that one, please hit up Jeff. And if you're wanting to buy a new 52 Flash, hit up Eric. How about Matt or Jeff? Are you guys selling anything or looking for anything while we're at it, and we'll move on?
I'm personally not. I'm just waiting for a couple pre-orders to come in.
What do you got?
I am getting in the XM Studios Angelus and the HMO Felicia, Player 1 and Player 2.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Do you know when Angelus is coming, Matt?
Todd had told me that he was expecting it in September.
Oh, wow.
So I would assume any day should hear something, hopefully.
I saw, and I don't know what company it was, but I saw like a whole trailer full of them that they had been shipped.
Divine,
I don't think it was Todd. It might have been like Cosmic or somebody else, but I can't remember. But she's coming.
I think Matt's right. I think it was Divine.
Yeah, they're the ones who partnered with the license for Top Cow with XM.
Oh, it's the other one.
Yep.
Okay.
So Europe got their supply.
Seeing that one in San Diego, like it's one of the prettiest, coolest statues I've seen. Like if I had any connection to it, I would love to collect it. But it's just a beautiful piece.
It's really
Jeff was saying, I have nothing to pair it with. I'm planning on putting it next to Felicia, which is total opposite type of stories. And I'm like, whatever, it works.
I think she's like, with the wings, she's like 33 inches tall.
Yeah, it's crazy. But again, it all goes back to collect what you love. You know, it's like Jeff said, I mean, I am somebody that does like lines because I feel like I'm a Batman and his Rogues guy. Like that's just me. But if I see a piece like that freaking Vampirilla that I want, like, you know, that's just one of those things where I'm gonna have to figure out a place to put her that I know she doesn't fit, but I still want her. So it is what it is. But anyway, congratulations on those. Again, I'm trying to think of anything else that I have coming in. I guess Detective Comics 1000. I've got Arkham Bane coming in, Arkham Joker, and hopefully Harley here soon as well, because I would assume that she will be shipping from Sideshow October, November, I would think. But I don't know. Again, if they can get it to you in 4 days, Eric, that's pretty impressive. All right, let's move on to topic number 2. And we were talking a little bit about Sideshow, and I thought that somebody brought this one up, and I thought it was a good topic that we can kind of debate on this one. So topic 2 is there a point to pre-order from Sideshow anymore? A lot of people have brought up the fact that with Sideshow right now, you know, for things that are in stock, they're offering a lot of deals. They're offering a lot of like 10% off, 15% off, sometimes 20 to 30% off. And it feels like it's, I don't know, have they done like 2 or 3 of these here recently?
Yeah.
For different holidays and things. So, you know, in the old days, everybody would pre-order day 1. Like that was just what you did. Like that was the thing. Everybody had fear of missing out. Sometimes the ESs would be extremely high, but people would still pre-order, you know, very, very quickly. Obviously, I think the worldwide events with the lockdowns and shutdowns and everything else, I think that changed the way people were buying. And clearly with Sideshow, they changed their business model a little bit where they had, you know, more affordable items because I think people are not spending quite as much. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Is there still a benefit these days from pre-ordering, or is it still at this point better just to kind of wait and see what the ES is, or wait to see if there's going to be a better deal? What do you guys think?
I mean, for me, I've always waited until at least the ES is announced. And if it is a large ES, you know, it's probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no real reason to order immediately anymore. When I first started collecting, they would still sometimes do, they would set the ES right when they went up for pre-order.
Yeah.
Like Thanos on Throne.
That's the one that backfired on me.
Yeah. So then you kind of had to, but now they don't do that ever.
Yeah.
It's always to be determined. So no, there's no reason to immediately pre-order anymore.
Why do you think that changed?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe Thanos on Throne. Maybe they shot themselves in the foot on that one. I don't know.
Iron Stark says you get your points back if you cancel, and if the piece is delayed, you should get the non-refundable deposit back too on Sideshow. So, I mean, those are all great points that if there is a delay, you're going to get your points back. I mean, you're going to get your deposit back if you ask.
Not only that, but they make it really easy now. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but if you go in to cancel an item right now on Sideshow's site, it tells you before you confirm whether you're going to get your NRD back or not.
That's nice.
So you don't even need to talk to a customer service representative anymore?
Not at all.
So that's really nice and convenient.
Yeah. And your points come back within minutes.
So that's really great. And your points. So like a recent example, I had I used a ton of points on the Batman versus Joker Dragon. It's kind of an impulse buy. I still would love to have it. I think it's neat, but I just don't know where it would fit in with my collection. So I canceled and I got I think it was like 700 points back or $700 worth of points back. But so that now I can put it towards something else, which is great. So there was no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
It had already been delayed, so I got my deposit back. So,
and don't they give you like 15% off, like a coupon or something like that too?
They have been recently. That's a new thing. But I mean, that's awesome. I mean, because obviously, I mean, they're I feel like they're a company that wants you to buy in stock. You know, I think that they would prefer you to buy the in stock. They don't want it sitting there.
Yeah,
in their warehouses for years.
Yeah,
make
room in the warehouse for more stuff coming in. So,
I mean, I'm thinking like like Prime One has that twice a year sale, which are incredible, that Golden Week sale or whatever. But there's stuff from 5 years ago that's still sitting there for sale that people aren't buying. I mean, it's just taking up room.
Yep.
Justin says with the cost of shipping, that's why I haven't ordered the Tweeterhead Aquaman yet. I'm hoping to use a coupon or see if free shipping gets offered. I mean, again, Sideshow does a great job with that, with offering free shipping or discounted shipping. I've seen a lot of that lately. A lot of their art prints right now are 10 to 20% off.
And it's that time of year. We have Spooktacular coming up.
Yeah.
You know, the Christmas events coming up. So
I got 10% off of Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
During when they had something. Everything in stock was 10% off.
Was that one that did that 10% off cause you to buy it, or were you already wanting it and hesitating?
I wanted it, but I was watching for it to come up on seconds because it had come up several times on there.
Yeah.
The Badaholic says, I don't pre-order Sideshow pieces anymore. I wait for in-hand pictures or videos. Do you guys do that at this point, or do you feel like you need to wait for those? Even though they're always usually bad, like the initial photos anyway.
I think if you're waiting that long, then there is a chance you might miss out. I wouldn't wait that long, but I definitely don't jump before the edition size is announced, at least.
It depends on the piece. I mean, the initial photos are almost always from Asia, and we're not going to get it for a month or two after that. So there are some pieces where I'll wait for the in-hand photos first, although those always tend to be pretty crappy.
Almost always.
I think there's still a few reasons though to pre-order some statues. To me, I don't personally look at ES all the time for every piece. I enjoy having ones that are super low, but I expect Sideshows never to be below 500,000. So I'm not looking necessarily to have one of only 200. But at that point, I look at it as Sideshow, depending on the piece, they have an EX especially, because the EXs do sell out. If I want the EX and it's an important piece to me, I will pre-order, because they'll do on wait list, but then all of a sudden it comes back as in stock. And I feel like that's their first batch's wait list.
Yeah.
So it's also depending if you want to get it immediately when they first start shipping, or if you're willing to wait for multiple batches a year down the road. I mean, they just got in the second version of the Catwoman this summer while the new one was already shipping.
So you just reminded me of something, a reason why I would pre-order earlier and why I do sometimes. I don't know if it still holds up true or not, but I felt like the earlier I pre-ordered something, I was always involved within the first batch. I would always get my statue right away. So this way, God forbid it arrives broken, I have more of a chance to file a claim and get a replacement before it does get sold out, and I get stuck in versus being stuck in the second, third batch, and something might not be available as a return, or if you need a new part or something. So,
I mean, and how many pieces would you say have gone to that grail status where you hear people saying, "Oh, I wish I had gotten it at the time"? I don't feel like there's very many. There's like a handful.
I can think of two off the top of my head that I personally regret not buying, and I had both of them in my cart at one point, and they sold out. And were they both Sideshow statues?
They were both Sideshow pieces?
Yeah, they're Hawk Girl and Starfire. I would want it to get them, and at the time I was conflicted. Do I need to get them? And afterwards I want them, and now they're going for more than retail. And
that happened to me with Hawk Girl and Mr. Freeze. Both of them. I had same thing. I had Hawk Girl in my cart for like the longest time, and then she was just gone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because you never know how many batches they're getting in.
Yeah.
You're taking that risk when it says wait list. Sometimes we say, okay, they'll get another batch in. That's been the recent, but they don't always either. So you kind of don't know.
The I don't really like the batches thing. I know why they're doing it, but I feel like it's, like you said, kind of false advertising a little bit, where you panic.
Yeah.
Right. They're creating the FOMO.
Right. And that is what it is. And another thought I was thinking about too is like, so if I pre-order something like today, and knowing that it's not going to come out for a year or two, a lot changes in a year or two.
Yeah.
So, there are times where, yes, like, am I glad I pre-ordered the Prime 1 Batman Who Laughs? Yes, because everybody wants that piece. That's a piece that's very desired, and I'm really glad to own it. Or the XM Bat Bike, or some of those pieces that, become these larger than life, Sanity, or not Hellraiser,
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Thank you. I always do that. Ghost Rider for XM. Like there's these iconic pieces that people really love. And there is that fear of missing out. But at the same time, if you pre-order it 2 years ahead of time, maybe it's better to wait, save your money, keep your deposit. And then whenever it actually comes out, then decide, hey, is this something I still want? Or thank God I didn't go ahead and order it because I don't want it now.
Well, that's the problem. These statues are taking so long to be produced and, get to the customer. It's like within a year or two, you change your mind sometimes now. It's like,
Yep, for sure. So I think we're kind of at a consensus where most of us feel like kind of waiting is the game these days, really. Don't you guys think?
From Sideshow, yeah.
Yeah.
I think from XM, you got to be careful.
I was just going to say, do you feel like from different companies, it's a different answer?
XM has some very small edition sizes.
Yeah.
They do.
I can't believe Angelus is still available.
Right.
Do you know what her edition size is?
Isn't it like
500, I think.
Yeah, $499 or something like that.
Or I think it might have even been 666. It's one of those two, either 500 or that.
It's amazing some of these XM ESs. It's amazing how they're making any money.
Right.
Because it costs a lot just to have the prototype made, pay the factory and everything else. But I mean, I love low ESs. That's nice. I mean, that's a great deal. Hopefully they'll continue that, but we'll see. Slim Boss says, am I the only one not bothered by wait times?
No, we all are.
I was going to say, we all hate wait times. We wanted it yesterday.
I feel like I'm worse when I know that they're already shipped from the warehouses and you're just waiting now to get your notice that yours is physically shipping to your home.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when I really get is it today?
I hate it when I'm not in the first batch and people are getting theirs and I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you have to pre-order right away.
Yeah.
Be the first batch.
Ramon says, I canceled my Prime 1 Deathstroke and now it's sitting right there on Chris's shelf. Every time I look at the show, LOL, I have my Deathstroke, Chris. That's funny. Well, I do apologize. I can't remember if that was a waitlisted one. It must have been a waitlisted one because I don't think I ordered it right away. But it is interesting with the low ESs. I was trying to think of what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought.
You have to be careful even with Sideshow. I mean, that someone in the chat mentioned the current Thor premium format. That only had an edition size of 850. And it's waitlisted, and I don't know if it's coming back or not. 850 ain't that much.
No, it's not. Not for a big character like that.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say now, and it was about the turnaround time. There, in the old days, it was a year, right? I mean, that was a Sideshow thing. It was just almost not quite a year, maybe like 10 months or so sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I still feel like companies like Sideshow still do a very, very good job with turnaround time. I feel like Tweeterhead does a good job. I feel like sometimes even XM, like they have been like that bat bike. It was like, here it is. And 5 months later, it's in your hand. Uh-huh. That's crazy turnaround time. Whereas other companies, I mean, one of my favorites, obviously Prime 1, but sometimes 2, 3, 4 years. I mean, it's just crazy to think how long it takes sometimes, but we don't like the wait times, but it's just part of the game. It just is. Mark Chan says, must have missed what happened behind Jeff Morris.
Yeah.
A little bit of a statue change there. He actually talked about it at the beginning. So if you rewind, you can hear his thoughts on that. But yeah, definitely we're all kind of going through some changes right now with our collections and how we're displaying them. So actually I have a video, I think it's coming out Saturday, of some renders of my new Batcave. I did a video. So you're going to want to check that out. It's kind of an update for you guys of where I'm at with a contractor and everything else. So that video will be coming out soon. Anything else you want to talk about? Pre-ordering? Is it worth it? Anything else we missed?
That video is actually up today for the members.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
Same thing we usually talk about.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like Dan's shelving, but I just don't know if it's going to work for you. I feel like you might be stuck placing things in certain spots with those iron bar shelves.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I mentioned that, I was referring to what you had said, because it's like you made a really good point about
to where the other one, the 2-tier, I feel like you said it's going to shrink your room. So I'm lost at what to tell you for advice at this point.
I know it's just hard. I kind of wonder if it maybe a combination of both would be good.
Could be, yeah.
To do something like that. But anyway, I forgot that is up already for members. So hopefully everybody enjoys that. So it was kind of fun to talk about. So anyway,
I got something to say about pre-orders.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
So someone in the chat asked if anyone's going to order the Legendary Beast Hulk, which still hasn't gone up for pre-order for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it's funny because that's a dangerous piece for me because I always want to have a Hulk in my collection, and I really, really like the Legendary Beast options. And it's huge, so it would take a big space and everything, but I still haven't convinced myself not to order it. But my big concern with that thing is not so much the size, but the weight. Thor is 81 pounds from that line, and Hulk is way bigger.
Way bigger.
I'm imagining it's going to be like 150 pounds or something, and I don't know how I'm on the 3rd floor here, and I don't really have any help carrying the stuff around. I'm not even sure how I would get it up to the 3rd floor.
You might have to unbox it on the 1st floor and carry it part by part.
I did that with Thor. He's only 81.
I just actually had to do that with my art. It was just a box, thankfully. The Arkham City Harley, the box was so wide it wouldn't fit through my attic door. I had to take it apart piece by piece and bring it into and even that was hard. It was just a box in styrofoam. So I can imagine trying to carry a statue up 3 flights of stairs like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, that Hulk is just awesome.
So I would.
Your son's getting old enough to help you tote that now.
That's right. He's big and strong, and he's like it's just a torso, right? It's a torso, and then the lower half, and then the base all separate, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you could bring him up piece by piece.
Yeah.
or just fly Dan in and have him surprise you with you can carry up the base.
About, like, the structure of the room with the amount of weight that's in here.
Where would you put him, and what would have to go?
He would have to go on the garage unit, and I'd have to move Thor and the Harley bust somewhere else because he would take up the whole shelf.
I feel like out of all of us, that piece belongs in your collection. Like I feel like it would be such a statement piece.
I'm thinking about it. The price that Jay quoted was not as bad as I expected. But he also said he doesn't want to make hollow statues. So it's just going to be heavy. It's
going to be heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Daniel. It says, Chris, any chance of you doing a live pre-order of Grim Knight? It's a sleeper piece, makes for a great conversation starter when people ask Batman with guns. Actually, I had him in my cart earlier today, just kind of debating whether I want to use my points. So there's a chance for a live pre-order, no guarantees, but there's a chance. We'll kind of see how the night goes, but it's definitely, like I said, I've got over $900 now in points, which would make a really big dent on that piece. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that is a piece that belongs in the Batcave, or do you feel like I don't know. I do feel like it could work right next to Batman Who Laughs.
I think it's kind of awesome.
I was telling you earlier, I didn't really like that piece. I felt like it was very stiff looking, and then I watched Mr. X's video Tay on it, and it looked great in his video. So
I agree, and I think I would do it I would have the pose with the scarf over his mouth with the big guns.
Yeah.
And that's how I would have it. I thought too that I can maybe have them as part of the Arkham line, because it's a very similar base. I think that they would, if I just had them at the very end of the room, those two pieces, and then all of the Arkham pieces next, because I wasn't going to get every piece. I wasn't going to get wasn't going to get Deathstroke or maybe get Catwoman, because Catwoman is kind of a hero, really. So I would have room to still have a couple at the end. So I don't know. That's a possibility. I do think it's awesome. I don't know. Maybe I will live pre-order tonight. We'll see. Here we go. We'll find out. But anyway, I want to thank again Daniel for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. All right, let's move on to topic number 3 for tonight.
Before you do that, I want to say one thing.
Okay.
Speaking of Prime 1 and great Batman pieces, I'm surprised that you don't have Flashpoint. I love that piece.
It's a cool piece, and it's an Arkham piece.
It's awesome.
It is an Arkham skin. Well, dang it.
I'm just saying. I saw that at San Diego years ago, and I'm like, oh my god, that is a freaking awesome piece.
And I've never had it. It would be a cool piece because I've never had it.
I'm hearing a live want to buy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the problem is it's a hero. Well, kind of. He kills people.
He's got big old guns.
But it's also Batman. You collect Batman.
He kills. I don't know, but I didn't even think about that piece, but I did love it. I love that big sword.
Yeah.
That he's got.
And I just love the color palette, that light gray with the orange and the black, and it all looks really cool.
It does. Well, darn it. Now I got to think about that one.
I just wanted to kind of plant that in your head.
Okay.
Go back to what you were doing.
Now I've got to think. Now I've got to think a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to topic number 3. I thought this was interesting. What would it take for you to stop collecting statues? What would it take for you to stop collecting statues?
Yeah.
Is it a money thing? Is it a space thing? Is it both, or is it something else? Let you think about that for a second while I'm thinking about
that. Does that involve selling?
Whoop.
Oh.
I apologize.
Oh, I thought I got disconnected.
No, instead of making you large, I hit remove.
I was on a different setup tonight, so I'm waiting.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Does that mean like getting rid of everything and stop collecting, or just keeping what you have and stop collecting?
I think you could probably keep what you have, but like, why would you stop? Like, why would you stop getting new pieces in? What would it take?
I think we're getting there with the prices going up, the wait times getting longer, shipping getting more expensive. So it's creeping slowly, little by little.
I would say satisfaction.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you like what you have, I think it's probably more mentally healthy to be happy with what you have and not always wanting more.
Right.
So maybe just looking around and going, yeah, I'm done.
I like that. You know what? I've been kind of going through that here because I sold all my Arkham. I'm getting it back because I realized what I was missing. It's like, that was the satisfaction right there. It's like, I was getting to a point where even with my pre-orders, I'm like, well, something's still not right. Something's still not, clicking. And I still have a ton of pre-orders, but I don't know. I don't know what it would take for me to quit. I'm still really happy with this. I'm still happy doing what we're doing with this channel and doing with all these pieces. And I feel like the quality keeps improving. I don't feel like they're necessarily going backwards. So maybe some companies here and there, but I think for me, it would just have to be space. But even if it was a space issue, I think I would still sell something to make room for something new.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already there with the space issue. Yeah. I have to sell something when I get something in. So I'm there already, but doesn't mean I'm going to quit.
I'll always collect art. So whether if I get rid of the statues and I go back to collecting comics or just posters or whatever, option it may be, some type of art, there'll always be something.
Maybe have to make the sacrifices for just things that are maybe sometimes cheaper, more affordable. Like you said, the shipping costs are insane. I can't envision a world where that's better. I feel like it's here or worse.
I guess if there was some family financial emergency, that would be a reason to get out and sell what I have and move on.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeff or Matt? Anything in particular that would drive the nail in the coffin for your collecting?
I think if I had some kind of disaster happen in my room, like a shelf collapsed and everything broke, I think I would lose it and just say I'm done, walk away, not replace anything.
Just leave it on the floor and never go back.
Close the door and lock it.
Basically,
and never go back.
I think it would take something like that for me to fully stop collecting. Like Eric said, I'll always collect something. I mean, I've had different hobbies before statue collecting that, I've invested more than I wanted to admit in. And it just evolves over time. Once I filled up my statue space, I don't think I'm not the person who typically sells, so I'm already kind of planning that, but I'll probably just collect comics or something that I can put in a box.
Yeah. Justin says space to cost ratio is a big issue. I agree with that. maybe ordering one a year. I mean, that's the thing, is you might just have to slow down. I think we all have had to slow down to some degree. I mean, except for me and Eric, obviously, that are going crazy this week. But, you know, I think that I've heard that before, because like when I first got in, people were ordering 20 Sideshow statues a year, you know, when they were $300. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, well, you have to be picky. You have to pick and choose. There's so much variety, and the cost is so great that you just have to, you know, again, maybe order one a year or one every other year, or you know, whatever you can afford, or maybe just getting more affordable pieces like a, you know, Iron Studios 110 scale or something like that, you know. How about you, Jeff Morris? Anything in particular that would send you over the edge?
The shipping cost is almost there.
Yeah.
Mine has slowed really way down. Of course, I didn't buy like some of you did anyway. So,
but again, like if you got my email that said, you know, this thing's $451, would you be like, okay, or would you be like, well, screw it, I'm not going to do it?
I don't know. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
This is a good question, or a good comment from Captain Trenchcoat. Aside from the cost factor, if they stop making characters I want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing, is like for nearly 6 years now on the channel, I've been saying, hey, where's my Two-Face? Where's my, you know, this character? Where's that character? And we still, in many cases, don't have them. And there's a chance that they'll never, ever do them. I'm confident that,
like
I mean, I am confident that there are some companies out there, and I can't talk about it, but there's going to be some characters that we've been asking for that are finally going to get made, and that's exciting. But at the same time, if it gets to a point where, okay, well, they never make a Ra's al Ghul, and I've always wanted a Ra's al Ghul, am I ever going to get to that end point? Like, should I throw in the towel at that point? I mean, that's a good point. If they don't ever make the characters that you really want, especially if you don't like Batman or Superman, or, you know, the main characters, Iron Man. And if you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think of somebody obscure. If you like, you know, just Groot statues from the Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, you have a couple of options, but he's not made very often. But I think it's a great point. I have a rule: 1 Prime 1 statue a year in stock, or pre-order just one, and it is good. So I think having rules is helpful to help you stay in the game.
They're so big and so expensive. One a year is very realistic for most people, especially where $1,500 is just now the starting price.
Yep. Who is Ra's al Ghul?
Jerry doesn't like that pronunciation.
Oh, he likes Raz al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Raz. It's Ra's, right?
I never heard Ra's until
tomato
the game, I think. In the 70s and 80s, there was no Ra's.
It was Raz.
It was Raz.
That's how I've always pronounced it, but I figured I was pronouncing it wrong because I'm from Tennessee. So,
well, they pronounced it Ra's al Ghul in the movies, so you know, I was like, "Oh, that's got to be wrong," because they never get stuff like that right in the movies.
Well, if you talked to Denny O'Neil or Neil Adams, they would have told you Raz.
They would have said Raz. Okay. Well, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I'll try to do better then. Is that Jerry?
I'm just going to call
him. Me and Jerry talked about this recently.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was he mad at me?
No, not you at all. I don't think. I sent him a link. There's a YouTube video where a guy did a pretty good job of explaining all about which one is correct.
Well, right there. The real question is, how did Neil Adams say it, since he's the creator? So that would be, unfortunately, we can't ask. But I'm assuming there's some interviews with him out there about the character. So
call him Mr. Ghul or R Ghul.
Yeah, Mr. I'm never gonna have a statue made of me.
Talia's dad.
Yeah.
It says Dennis O'Neil created Raz, and he pronounces it Ra's. Oh, we're starting fuel to the fire, Jerry. Jerry is such a teacher's pet. Oh, I love it. Well, the debate, I guess, will go on, I guess. So anyway, So another good conversation with, kind of what it would take for collectors to stop. I think it's different for everybody, obviously, but hopefully we don't ever have to get to that point. We can keep collecting, and hopefully we keep enjoying the passion for this amazing art that's surrounding us. It's very, very cool.
Look at Arkham Asylum Patience post about Detective 1000.
Which one?
Arkham Asylum Patient.
All right. He says, I wanted to buy this year the Detective Comics 1000, and the shipping for me was $9.56. And I have to pay customs worth 30% of the value of the statue. So I'm looking at $3.2K. So where are you at, Arkham? Where do you live?
Wow.
That is insane.
He's in Arkham.
Critical Mass says, don't make Jerry mad. Let's see. Let's see if he responds here. But that's insane. I guess I won't complain about my 451. What did he say? 956?
Yep. Plus 30% of the value of the statue.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. It's got to be in Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
At least
Chris, did you order that from Sideshow or through Prime One?
Yeah, where did you order that from, Arkham? Let's see if he responds here. So yeah, obviously have a little bit of a delay with the chat. But anyway, hopefully he'll answer. And again, it's just crazy. Yeah, recession and gas prices. That all of that stuff hurts. It does hurt. Do you guys want to go look at photos?
Yeah,
Always.
Sure. Yeah.
Romania.
Oh wow.
And the fast shipping was
1,500.
Yeah,
1,500.
1.5K.
Yeah, that'd be a no.
Yeah, that would be a hard pass.
I'd have to just get me a Batman statue that had a fabric cape and pose it straight up.
Yeah. I ordered mine from Sideshow. So I was actually surprised that I was getting that one before the Harley. I figured I'd get Arkham City Harley before I got Fablock Batman, but
That's interesting because I haven't seen many Fablock Batmans in hand.
No, hardly any. That's why I was really shocked, because I'm like, well, surely that'll come around Christmas time, and Harley will come around, Thanksgiving maybe.
I've always
maybe Halloween.
It seems that when people start getting the economy shipping of a statue from Prime One, you'll start seeing within the following week or two Sideshows shipping out.
Well, I'm ready. Boardkeep 1 and 2 says shipping about to go down in Canada. Switch over to dog sleds in winter. I love it. I love it. I want to thank the 196 people watching. That is fantastic. If you would do me a favor, please hit the like button. That does help other people find the content live. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's go on to some photos here. Let me get rid of all my banners so you guys can see what we're doing. And let's talk about some stuff. Speaking of Detective Comics, can you guys see this photo okay?
Yep.
Look at the size of this thing. It's pretty massive.
It is.
But looks great. Some photos, it seems like it's not quite as big as I was expecting, like, the footprint of it, but I guess we'll find out in hand on Friday just how big it is. Again, guys, the live unboxing will be Friday, 7 p.m. for this piece right here.
I don't know. It said that the depth, I think it said, was like almost 30 inches. So that's what it gets me. I don't know. I don't have the room for the depth of it.
It doesn't look like it's 30, does it?
That's the problem. That's why I keep waiting. I'm waiting so badly for your review so I can get accurate measurements.
I'll try to get you as best as I can.
Because you look at pictures and like you said, it doesn't. I mean, it's hard to tell, but it doesn't seem that deep.
It's the same as, like, I've seen photos of that Batman versus Joker diorama, and it just doesn't look like it's that deep.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like it's going to be, a good size width, but
yeah,
I don't see it being that case either. So I don't know.
I mean, they've gotten better, but even the website measurements are sometimes a little bit off. But
yeah, no, it's not doing my.
I'm surprised Fabox said the cape is attached to the body. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I feel like if you had a breakage,
yeah,
it's way more expensive to get a replacement. Which makes me question, will they do replacements?
So, yeah, pre-order early.
I'm trying to figure out. Usually I have a little thing that clicks from picture to picture, but no, it's not doing that. Darn it. Okay, well, I'm not sure why. So we also had a teaser for the Batman maquette from Tweeterhead that was teased on Batman Day. I actually thought they might show it. I know they should have showed it. I think that they're still tweaking it a bit from what we saw at San Diego. Actually, I really like what we saw in San Diego. Did you like what you saw, Jeff?
Oh, I liked it very much. But man, paint just brings it to life. So I really want to see it. It looked quite large to me for 1/6, but I'm curious to see it.
I am still trying to figure out why it's not doing it. Let's see.
Will it let you just arrow over with your keyboard?
There we go. Thank you. All right. So this was another tease. Obviously, this was another piece that I thought we might see. They're still working on it, apparently. So that's another piece that hopefully will be up for pre-order soon. That was sculpted by Matt Black. Speaking of Tweeterhead, this is this awesome photo of the Joker. Looks like he's ready to start shipping, guys.
It's crazy. It doesn't seem like they're doing batches on that one. It looks like every single Joker they're making is right there.
That's an army of Jokers.
Yeah.
It is just insane.
Are these the smaller ones?
This is the 6 scale. I did see a recent photo. I'm not allowed to publish it, but of the 6 scale next to the quarter scale. And it's just insane. It's just so cool. They both look so good. It doesn't matter which scale you buy, you're going to be really happy. Because this thing is the size of a quarter scale. I mean, you saw how big it was, Jeff.
Yeah.
But anyway, he will be shipping soon. This was a photo of the Samurai Scarecrow since the last time we were on the show. This is the bonus or the swap out portrait. And he also has a hand with a scroll in his hand. What do you guys think about this? It's still kind of strange.
Is he still wearing the mask on his shoulder now?
No.
When he has this one on?
No. So that would be a swap out where it's just got his shoulder.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't look like Riddler, but I like it. It looks kind of cool. I don't know.
I like it too. I don't know if I'd ever display it this way, but I don't know. It's still growing on me.
Like if I was, collecting samurai, I wouldn't display any of the samurai faces because, I would still want it to look somewhat like a comic book character. But
yeah,
I kind of like this. It's kind of cool looking.
I think it's neat.
It has a lot of a samurai-ish look to the new movie's mask that he wore. In the Batman, I could see that kind of a take on that almost with a samurai theme.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's still a third portrait. I'd love to see a third. But I'm guessing there's only going to be 2.
I mean, I was happy with the original portrait as well. So
make sure it's going in order. Okay.
While you're out, you had a super chat by Theodore.
Can you tell me how much it was, and can you read it for us?
It's $5. And it says, Eric, I'm loving the new 1/3 direction. I'm doing the same. I've got Hush Batman on the way. I've got another 5 spaces for 1/3, and I'll be done for a bit.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for the $5 super chat, and congratulations on that 1/3 scale journey. Again, it's a whole new thing. When you go 1/3, as Eric is learning, it's a whole different space commitment too. But I don't know. I mean, has it convinced you, Eric, that you love 1/3 more than 1/4, or are you still? I don't know. If you like, for me, I still prefer 1/3. Like, I just love that scale. Are you there at this point?
Yeah, no, I definitely like the 1/3. But at the same time, I don't feel like I want to sell. Like I said, I think I might keep my new 52 Batman. I don't know. I kind of like him, and he's quarter scale. So
Well, that's such a big piece anyway. Like it's
he's pretty big.
It's a big piece.
Well, that's all my statues. I was always into the bigger, quarter scale pieces. I didn't really have too many like premium format, smaller size statues.
Yeah.
Those new 52 Prime 1 pieces were, big bases and big pieces. So
absolutely. This is the brand new Tweeterhead Aquaman. This was Guillermo Barbiero. Really, really great sculpt. But I wanted to talk to you guys. What did you guys think about the price?
What was it?
$530, I think.
Oh, I think I saw somebody mention that in the group. Like he's more or less than what Superman was, or something like that, and they're about the same.
Superman was only $350.
And that's for the 1/6, right?
Big difference.
Well,
this is 1/6.
1/6.
But Superman was also directly through Tweeterhead, to where this is now going from Sideshow as well. No.
Well, Superman was both. You could get it for $350 from Sideshow, or get the $25 discount from Tweeterhead, so you get it for $325.
Okay.
Big
That's
markup.
a big jump.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are others in between. So Scarecrow was over 400, and one of the other ones was like 465 or something. But still, this is the first one over 500, I think.
I think when you're getting it in comparable price with a regular premium format quarter scale, 530 is pushing it.
Yeah.
I agree. Still a beautiful sculpt, though. I mean, I love this thing in person.
It looks amazing. I do like the piece.
Yeah, it's grown on me.
It was really good in person, and for me, I like the bearded portrait the best. But obviously, some different swap outs, which we didn't get to see in person. We didn't get to see the hook.
How much was the Joker on Throne?
$610 or something like that.
Mm.
You're getting a lot of statue for that price.
Sure.
But that was a while back now.
Was it a year ago?
Yeah, probably.
I'd wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah. The one thing about this piece, and Sideshow's done it, Tweeter has done it before. I kind of wish that they hadn't used the exact same portrait for the long hair version.
Maybe switch it up a little.
Just give us a different expression.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I wonder, is that base all clear resin? I wonder if that's more to produce and make and stuff like that.
It didn't feel like it was that way to me. I just thought it was really well painted. I don't know. What do you think, Jeff? Do you think it was a clear resin?
No, I don't think so.
But I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, it looks kind of the same as the base on Green Era that Sideshow put out.
Yeah,
has that same look to it.
Real similar. This I thought was funny. Somebody posted this in the group because everybody was getting in their Arkham City Harley at the same time.
Yeah. So
great photo there.
There we go.
Look at the size of this thing, guys.
It's I did my review on it, and like I said, I was shocked. Like Matt said, you know how big they're going to be, and then you open the box and it's still like a wow factor. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
How heavy is that base?
It's not too bad. I mean, I'm struggling a little bit to put a smile on my face and hold it at the same time.
Right. I do not like round bases. That's the only bad thing is they take up so much room.
It's like a big.
It gets hard to place.
Big pizza pie.
Like even if it could have been like a quarter round, like done like round and then went straight across the back.
Yeah.
So it still looked curved at the front, but then that way it saved room. Like you don't really need all this room back here, do you?
I mean, you have the mallet and the chair goes back pretty far.
Does it really?
I mean, there's some dead space,
there's the
but
key
not
right
much.
there.
And for scale, I'm 6 foot, 240 pounds, by the way. And that's still up wider than I am.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Superman's asking, where do I have her? She's actually over my left shoulder on the middle cube.
I believe these are all your photos, Eric.
Looks like it, yeah.
I love this portrait. Is this your favorite?
That's my second, but it's somewhat my first. I don't know. I go back and forth between that one and the one where she's winking with the mouth open.
This one I know some people were critical about the eyes, but I think this one looks really beautiful.
Yeah, no. I mean, nothing wrong with the eyes on the one, at least on the one I received. So, again, like I said in my review, she has that oval shape on her eye, and then it's also glossy. So depending on how the light captures it and the way Facebook distorts images, it can throw you off a little bit. But
would you ever display this head?
Again, that one's growing on me too. I've been like thinking about switching it up and putting that one on, but she's still new. I've only had her for like a week, so I'm just leaving the one that's on there for now before I keep switching.
That's what's great though. You have all these options.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, you're gonna love her when you get her in.
I just
absolutely
cannot wait. What Matt? Which one's your favorite head?
The winking with the mouth open.
Really?
I don't think I'd ever use the Jester one just because she never wore the Jester hat in Arkham games. So kind of it's a little bit throwing me off. But I like the head. It looks really good at the same time.
Well, if you ever want to sell it to me, I'll buy it for you. But yeah, it's just beautiful. Yeah, there's the winking.
Yeah, I was having a hard time even with this photo. You can see like the shadows from her bangs are covering her face, and I had a light just beaming directly forward on her face, and I was still having trouble with the shadows on this piece. So
this is a piece I uplight mine, and it looks very different with the uplighting on her.
Yeah, I thought about adding a second light towards the bottom because even in my cabinet, it casts so many shadows with her head looking down a little bit and the bangs.
I think this is the look I'm going to go with. I love that look. And there it is on your shelf.
Yeah, there it is.
Right there. Oh, I really like that portrait too. That's a really fun one.
They all look good on her. I mean, there's not a bad option. Yeah. It's kind of like the comics statue of her. You put any head on it, it looks great.
It does. There's the photo we looked at earlier, so I'll get by that one. This was a photo from Aunt Adams talking about if anybody would want an alternate version, an all-white version. What do you guys think of this? I think it looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. That does look cool.
It looks good, but I don't think of her in white typically when I think of Lady Death.
He said if they did this, it would be a very, very low ES.
I can see that.
Like extremely low. But I thought it looked nice.
Yeah, looks good.
I like the white.
Look good.
Yeah. Speaking of, in my opinion, not looking so good. These were from Stuart Murray, and I believe he actually sent this back. He was so disappointed. This is, I believe, this is from Weta.
Yep.
And this is their quarter scale Superman, which I think there's a lot of good going on here. I think the texturing looks really amazing. I think they did a really good job with that. I mean, here you can see the detail work really, really nicely. And again, a lot of the Weta stuff has been really, really good. But I feel like the portraits are pretty awful. What do you guys think?
It's good until the portrait.
Yeah.
Terrible.
The portrait was, I would have sent it back if I could have.
It honestly doesn't even look like the sculpt is fully bad. It's the paint job.
Yeah, I think the sculpt's fine. But it's just, I mean, that just looks so bad.
The paint, to me, ruins it.
You feel like it's like too speckled, like almost like an old man type of paint?
It looks like a vampire.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's too much. I don't know.
And there's like too much red in his cheeks on the other portrait.
Yeah.
It does light up. And so I think part of the problem too is so his eyes are hollow.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then it lights up. So I feel like that makes it look really weird with the light up feature. I don't know. I feel like the statue itself looks good, but here you don't have quite as much light on it.
I've always wondered what the big fuss was about with them because I haven't seen it in anything I've seen pictures of Weta stuff.
I still feel like one of their best ones is that Leto Joker. I think that looked really, really good to me. But I feel like that's been like the only one.
And Jeff, you owned the Weta Tomb Raider, right?
Yeah.
Was that good to the character?
Yeah, that was a really nice piece.
Yeah, I thought that was good too.
That was one I sold that just didn't really belong in my collection. And I like a lot of their Lord of the Rings stuff.
So I don't know. I know he was not happy with it, which is a shame because I think it had a lot of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
This is a photo I just threw in there. This is from the new Gotham Knights, and I put it in the Facebook group. I'm like, how awesome would this be if Prime 1 starts making some of these villains? I know a lot of the character models people don't love, including myself. I still am excited to play the game because it's going to be a Court of Owls based game. But I thought this would be kind of cool to finally get a third scale Clayface. That'd be all right. Be pretty cool.
I'm hoping they go off the Suicide Squad game if they pick statues off one of the new games.
That'd be cool.
I feel like their character models look much more like Arkham does.
Yeah, I agree. This is what I did my hit or miss video on today. This is the brand new Batman. I don't know if you guys watched my review. I was kind of critical on a couple of things. Number one, I feel like for a classic Batman, I thought that the base doesn't make any sense. It's fighting Darkseid, but I feel like it should have been a Gotham City base. And I also felt like he should have some sort of expression, like some sort of rage if he's fighting. What do you guys think about this piece?
I agree. I don't understand the base. I was watching a review and it made me laugh because so many people complain, oh my God, another gargoyle base, and then a company finally does something different and now nobody likes it. So I feel a little bit bad, but yeah, I don't know. Like you said, you had a good point. Like if they do like maybe like an entire line and it somehow makes sense, like with the Superman and it all ties in somehow,
Yeah, but not for a classic.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, he froze. Who had 122?
There
There he is.
Sorry, guys. Let me go back in. Sorry, Eric. I don't know what you were saying there.
Yeah, I was basically agreeing with your video review. Like, how you were saying, like it's not the typical gargoyle base. Like some people collectors complain like we keep getting these gargoyle bases, and then now the company finally does something different, and people aren't really digging it.
Yeah.
But like Jeff's point, it's classic Batman. So I don't know. But like, and I was going back to your point. If they do like a line and maybe it all ties in with other characters, I don't know. I still don't even understand really what the base is. It looks like a Brainiac arm and treads to a tire, a tanker. I don't know what the heck it is. I have no idea.
I mean, there's definitely some storytelling elements to it, but I just, again, for it being a classic Batman, I just feel like it should have been a classic base.
Yeah.
Or like you said, the expression.
Yeah, just at least maybe
an option.
Right, a second portrait with a rage face or something. Because like I feel like this is more of like a stoic face, like he's crouched on a gargoyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he's not really fighting anybody at the moment. But I do think the texturing looks good. I think some of there's a lot of good things to it, especially the cape. I think the cape looked really good.
Yeah, I agree with Captain Trenchcoat. I'm looking forward to Tweeterhead more than this one.
Yeah, I am too.
Same.
What do you think of that belt buckle? Is that accurate to like classic style Batman where he had like a belt buckle from Macy's or something?
No.
No.
No, he
always had Tommy Hilfiger belt from 1992.
Yep. That's exactly what that. Yeah, it's not comic book accurate to me. But again, the problem is this was designed by an artist. This was Mark Brooks. So whatever he drew, I'm assuming is what they did.
Well, what's up, Mark Brooks?
Yeah, what's up, Mark Brooks?
Alfred, give me your belt.
That's right. Quick to Walmart.
At least he can adjust it. Yeah.
Makes me wonder what the Wonder Woman's going to look like.
I don't know. We'll find out.
She'll have on a belt from Anne Klein or something.
Have a scarf from JCPenney's.
Yeah.
This is the Transformers. This is a life-size bust, or kind of life-size bust. It's massive.
It's not life-size, Chris. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's human size.
Oh, really? So that's what they're going with, huh?
Which I think is the weirdest thing. That it's a Transformer in human size.
He's been shrunk down. He's still big. I thought the ES was pretty impressive with 199.
Yeah.
I just want to return back. I feel bad. Sorry, Mark, if I offended your work. I actually really like the sculpt and
everything. Chris, you did get a super chat though.
So, can you tell me how much and can you read it for me?
Yes, from Arkham Asylum patient, $10.
Thank you.
And he says P1 Cavill is superior and PO the Grim Knight.
All right. Another live pre-order. So I guess we'll have to wait till the end to see if I do that or not. So thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yes.
I think he's right. I'm not sure anyone's done Cavill better than that Prime 1/3 Justice League.
It's phenomenal. They nailed the head.
Yeah.
I think they did a really nice job on him.
Yeah. Was he mentioned the half scale or the 1/3?
I assume he meant 1/3, but I don't know.
I think the 1/3 is the better one.
Pretty nice too, though.
Yeah, it is good. I just think that the third scale was a newer sculpt, so I think that they captured it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
This is next to a collector. The collector's in front of it, but at least it gives you kind of an idea of how big it is.
Looks cool.
It looks smaller than human size.
I was gonna say his head's smaller than that guy's head, but I still think it'll be a really nice piece in anybody's collection. I love all the light ups on it.
Oh yeah, I think it looks really cool.
It's really neat. This was a who was this? This was somebody getting venomized. This was from XM Studios. This was a teaser. Actually, I thought it was going to be a samurai piece because it kind of looks samurai. But it is a venomized somebody. And then also somebody noticed that in the background is the drowned painted up. So we had not seen her at all. So
that looks interesting.
That one should be coming too. I love all the tentacles and stuff on the base and the kind of.
Where's the Prime 1 drowned?
It's weird because wasn't she one of the first ones out of the gate? And so like everything else has been released except her. So it makes me wonder if, sometimes you hear about the factories that they don't like the work that the factory did. So they had to scrap it and start over, which I think is what happened with Talon. I think that she was in the same boat during COVID because she was the first one out of the gate.
That with a lot of their pieces.
Yeah.
They had a whole factory they had to redo.
Yeah. And so I think that she was probably one of those. We also have the Venom all painted up on display here. It's a big piece. Look at the base on this thing.
Who was this one by?
XM.
XM.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Is that a seam line though on the angel's head, or is that just the way
I think it's a crack. There's like all these cracks throughout it. But that's gonna be a big, tall piece. This one, actually, we have a review coming up on the channel for this one. This one we also saw at San Diego, which was really fun. She's shipping now, her and Joker. I thought it looked pretty darn good. A couple of different sides of the boxes. Thought the box was fun, and then here's the statue. So it was a really cute statue. It's small. What scale do you think it is, Jeff? Do you think it's like a 5th scale?
Yeah, I'd say 5th.
Yeah, I would say 5th. But it was a cute statue. I really liked it in person.
How was the detail on that piece compared to one of their premium formats in person?
I thought real similar.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's maybe a little bit dumbed down in paint.
Okay.
But I still thought it was a real fun piece. And it looked really good next to the Batman and Catwoman. I thought they paired up really nicely.
That looks good.
Yeah. It's a fun piece. A lot of color. This is the Injustice 2 Wonder Woman. She's finally shipping from Prime 1 after a very, very long wait. I think she looks fantastic.
She came out really good.
I'm not a big fan of that portrait, but I do like these. I think they're beautiful. And these are a quarter scale.
Yep.
I don't love that one.
No, that's not too good.
But
the other two are very good.
Yeah, the other ones are really good. The armor looks good. The paint. Yeah, it looks really nice.
I was very surprised and pleased because I actually been having this in my cart on and off all week. Shipping was only $56 from Prime 1.
You're kidding.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Did you get it?
No, not yet. I have too much on pre-order still. So I'm doing the argument what to cancel.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that this is one of the best Wonder Womans out there. I mean, I know it's based on a video game design, so maybe not everybody likes the look, but I think the portrait is stunning.
I wonder what that Superman is behind her, because it looks really good.
That's custom.
Yeah, they're custom back there.
I used to own that.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's a good
looks
piece.
good.
It's a really good piece.
It does look good. Again, great texturing there. Some of the details on her. The base is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
It's tempting, but I have too many Wonder Womans coming already.
Well, you got what's maybe arguably one of the best ones, period, coming.
Yeah. And I got Museum coming, and I already own the Sideshow, so that's three.
Queen Studios, yeah.
Someone posted a picture of this statue in front of the Sideshow art print. I forgot who the print was by. But it paired up very well.
I bet it looked great.
Almost the exact same pose, which was interesting.
We'll move on to another DC character. This is from Queen Studios. This is their quarter scale Darkseid, and I think he turned out really good.
That's cool.
It's really good. The base is just okay, but I really like him.
I watched, I think Justin got it, and I saw his video. I want to think there was some blood splatter.
There's
down
definitely
there
on the
a little
face.
bit.
Yeah, on his face for sure. Did he like it?
Yeah, it looked really cool. I think my favorite one is the one that Eric had sold.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Yeah.
That was just kind of a good all-purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's really a massive piece.
He's impressive in person, that statue. Still one of my favorites that I've had, like, of any statue.
Gotta love the severed head, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say the severed head with the blood is fun. And again, good portrait.
Mad.
Yeah. This was teased by PCS, and I believe this is 1/6 scale.
That's pretty cool.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like the colors on it.
Yeah.
Real dynamic.
I think they had a Captain America recently. Or didn't they show it somewhere?
San Diego.
The game one? Yeah.
Yeah, San Diego. Speaking of PCS, this one is just now shipping. Again, we have a great guest review of this one coming up on the channel, hopefully this week or next week. Probably next week, early next week. Got kind of loaded up this weekend. But anyway, I think this one looked great. I think the one that we saw on display was production. This was definitely one of my favorites at the booth. What do you think of this one, Jeff?
Yeah, this is a nice piece. Jerry picked it up. I think he did a review of it. I think this is a really, really nice piece.
I think it's one of the best Wolverines out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Especially since they retooled him. They definitely
It
improved.
looked good in your all's videos.
Yeah, I was really, really impressed. I think him and the Turtles were my favorites.
Oh, Jerry said this is Franco, so no surprise that it's good.
Oh, this is Franco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I love this. Pentagon, hexagon, octagon, prime one, money gone.
Yeah.
This needs to be hanging outside of my back cave.
Money.
I thought that was really clever. This was a David Finch book. I just filmed a review last week, actually, for this one. It should go up to the channel sometime soon. I think it's already maybe up for members, but it is a really cool book. If you're a David Finch fan, I highly recommend this one.
I just got mine in a few days ago.
Now, what do you think of it?
I like it, but like I said, I wish there was more. I don't know. It seems like a lot of like oddball stuff inside.
There's not a lot of Batman in it.
Like even the cover, I thought was Batman until I took a second look. I was like, wait, that's not even Batman on the.
Oh, it's not?
No, that's his new character. Like if you look at in the inside of the book, he has like some character he's working on.
That's funny. I thought that was Batman.
He's got like, but then they put this character next to another Batman drawing, so I don't know if it's inspired by Batman. It's
maybe.
I think I have the book somewhere.
It's got a really cool drawing of Bane in there.
Where did I put the book? Do you have the book next to you? Take a look.
I
don't know where I put mine.
I don't remember. Oh, mine's over there. Yeah, whenever we're done with the photos, we'll maybe look at it.
All
This is the reissue. Basically, this is another version of the Justice League Batman.
I have the first one.
They're
I
doing
think
this.
that's my
They're doing this
favorite.
now with the bigger bases.
That was the base that came on the regular Justice League version deluxe.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
So this isn't new either then.
It looks like they may have repainted it a little. But I want to think that's the same base.
So does this suit look better than the one you have?
No.
No,
it looks
same.
like the same figure. Just kind of.
Just a reissue.
That's my favorite one. I've got 4 Ben Affleck Batmans.
That's awesome.
And that's my favorite one.
Is he your favorite Batman? Not to put you on the spot.
I liked how it went with him. It's a shame we didn't get more.
I think you're going to get more, Jeff.
I even liked Twilight.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I liked him in that. I mean, he did a much better job than I think anybody expected.
Yeah. Here's some art prints from Sideshow that are recently up for pre-order. I love this one.
Dan ordered that one.
Did he?
That's Bill Sienkiewicz.
It's a really nice print. I might order this one too. I like it's just so different with the red.
I'm a big Sienkiewicz fan.
He's awesome. Got a new She-Hulk. This one's fun.
That's really cool. And only 200 of those.
Yeah, really. I love the 3D effect of it. It's really nice. New Magneto. Thought that one looked nice.
That'd make a great statue.
Yes, it would.
If they could do like they did Captain Marvel, with the power stuff holding the figure up.
That would be cool. Or as I call her, Stargirl.
Yeah, that girl.
From San Diego. New Spider-Gwen as well. I don't know. I think it's Art Germ, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks fun.
This would pair up really nice with some of their, that force perspective base.
Yeah.
And this one looks
cool.
good too. Yeah.
That's cool.
So some great prints coming up from Sideshow. We've got Alita Battle Angel. Now this one was interesting. This is a quarter scale and also a life size. And they're basically the same.
Yeah, I remember we saw the life size in their tour that they did that time.
Yes. So this is what the quarter scale looks like. Again, ES of $5.99 from Queen Studios.
I like that a lot.
It's really, really nice.
Is that real fabric? It looks like real fabric.
Real fabric.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like
real fabric on her. But I think for the quarter, it looks really good.
I'm tempted.
Yeah,
it's
a fun piece. You got some great detail on the base. And then, of course, this is the life size. This is an ES of 99. And you can see the difference in size. Obviously, she's going to have like the real hair. I think I prefer the quarter scale. I like the way the quarter scale looks.
That was a fun movie.
Yep.
I think that's a cool fan gesture. Because I think then they showed life size. A lot of people said they would love that piece, but nobody wanted to pay life size price.
Sure. Well, this is a great option for those collectors. I like that they just basically shrunk her down.
It does look better, I think.
I just think it looks better.
And that's a small ES.
Yeah, really small. So I think it's a fun piece. Again, it's up for pre-order right now. This is a Infinity Studios production. I think this one's looking really cool. I always love these behind the scenes photos, factory photos.
Is that somebody from Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but
that's just the Nazgul.
Basically just a cloak. I don't even think he has a face.
A Dementor with a sword.
Basically, yep. Basically.
Are y'all watching the Amazon show?
Yes.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
was just thinking that.
I thought it was pretty
Who do you
good.
think the guy is that fell out of the sky? Is that
Some
gonna
people
be
think
somebody
it's
we know?
Gandalf. It might be Gandalf,
Oh, that would be interesting if it was Gandalf.
but we don't know yet.
That'd be cool.
I started watching Pennyworth on your recommendation, Chris.
Yeah, I just watched the first episode so far.
Yeah, me too.
But I really enjoyed it, so I'm definitely glad it's finally on HBO Max to watch it. Speaking of HBO Max, this is cool news too, that there's going to be a season 2 of the audio adventures. So that's really exciting, starting October 7th. So that'll be fun. New Batman content.
Yeah, it's
Is
cool.
that Scarecrow?
That is Scarecrow. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a cool take.
I love it.
Batman's the mouth.
This is new pieces from PCS. This is Street Fighter. So this is going to be multiple options. So you have this one with the green, the white, and then the red.
Okay.
And Ant posted today this photo here just to kind of capture. They feel like her portrait didn't look very good in the promo photos, so wanted to see kind of how soft the face was. She looks pretty. I like that she's pulling her hair back there. I think that's fun with her pose. But he felt like she was a little bit washed out.
I like the green. I like the green one, I think.
I think the green one. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. Either
the green one's cool because it's got the little extra paint on her body. I guess the other ones do too, I guess. I don't really like the red one.
No.
I think green or white for me. But I do like that portrait. It's really pretty.
It looks much better when he posted that.
Yeah, that was smart that he did that. She looks good. This one I thought was cool. This was called the Spirit 1/6 scale. I thought for Halloween coming up, like this thing is terrifying looking. I love it.
Wow.
She just got her shipping invoice.
Oh, she's shipping already?
No, I'm saying her expression.
One thing I loved about this, and I don't know if people see it, but like, see how her body's not connected?
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So she's like, there's all these cuts in her, but she's not connected.
That's crazy.
And she's got shards of glass sticking out of her skin.
She's coming apart.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of a neat statue.
$900 shipping fee.
If you're into horror and things like that. Creepy piece.
So what is Dead by Daylight? Is that a game or what?
Wow.
I have no idea.
That was even scarier. My lights just started flashing on my one bulb.
Oh, maybe we need to move on. We need to move on. These are from Todd McFarlane. I just wanted to throw these in since we've been talking a little bit about Arkham. There's a new Arkham Joker figure. I thought that looked really fun. New Scarecrow.
That's cool.
So again, if you don't want to pay for the third scales, also a new Red Hood from Arkham. That one looks pretty good. And then this one I thought was really fun too. This is part of the Dark Knight's Metal, the Flash. I could see Prime One making this character.
That's fun.
I gotta hand it to him. He puts out some pretty good stuff.
Yes, he does.
I think that Arkham line is like a build-a-figure. I'm trying to think. Is it Solomon Grundy?
Yes,
I think so.
Yes, it is. I did a video on that. It's really impressive looking.
Yeah.
Oh, they said it's an unlicensed character. I wonder if they're talking about the scary one.
Must be.
They are. And Josh said it's an online video game.
That's interesting. Well, did anything out of that group? Oh, I did want to show you one thing too. I was showing you guys before the show, but I want to show everybody this. I'm going to do a review on this thing, but look at this book. This is a Jim Lee DC Legends book. I believe it was $125, so it's an expensive book. But it's got all of this great, it's all black and white, but it's all images of Jim Lee's art and basically taken from, whatever they sketch on. So it's actual photos of that.
Yeah. A lot of the pages are from Hush too.
Yeah, a lot of the pages are from Hush. Can you see the black inside of his cape? See how it's got that dark? So it's like the actual ink.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this and get some of these signed by Jim whenever we go to New York. I don't want to carry this book around. Same one. But there's just so much, again, just really great Batman art.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool.
Kind of come around. Sorry, I got my mic right there. But gives you an idea. I'll show you guys in detail a little bit more as we go. But just tons and tons of art. It's all Jim Lee art. So anyway, it's right there. It's right. IDW Publishing. It's awesome. And big. You can see how big it is. It's a massive book. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys that.
Really fun.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap it up tonight?
Oh, I was going to show.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that back up. Tell us about that.
This has been pretty fun. It's Alex Ross did the art and story.
And
I need to order that.
You don't see very much from him where he does the whole book anymore, right?
No.
Oh, so it's an actual story? I thought it was like a sketchbook style thing.
No, it's a whole story.
It's a comic.
Like a self-contained beginning to end story.
That's cool.
The artwork's great in it.
Where did you get that from?
Barnes and Noble.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to special order it or anything.
No, Amazon has it. And you've got like this one big panel.
It's really neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like nice quality, the pages.
It is. It reminds me of like a storybook. Like this is like.
It's awesome.
That's great.
Michael says Alex Ross doing his Kirby style. He saw a video of him talking about this book.
Yeah.
So that's really neat.
It has like a really cool, the slip cover. Has like the origin.
That's really neat.
Of the Fantastic Four.
Alex Ross is going to have a big booth at New York Comic Con, so I'm really excited they announced that. Does he ever attend the Comic Cons though? Like, does he ever attend anymore?
No, I saw your question on his post, and I was like,
you notice he didn't answer.
I don't know.
I do the same thing every year. Are you going to be there, Alex? And nobody answers.
Nobody answers. I would love to meet him, but
I saw some video. I never saw a video of him in San Diego. I don't know that I've ever seen video of him there, but he has like a killer booth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great booth.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's like
saw
two stories.
I don't know if it was his Facebook, but it looked like a Fantastic Four piece. Maybe it's going to be a New York exclusive.
That'd be neat. We'll see if I walk away from New York with another Alex Ross painting, because I would love to own another one, but they're expensive. But awesome. I'd love to get the one Eric has. I think that's still the one I would like to get. It's a beautiful print. Beautiful.
Which
beautiful
one?
Canvas.
Joker's Reckoning.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the one where Batman's choking Joker and he's got all the villains around him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right there.
That's a
I
great one
like
too.
that cover of the Batman comic. He did print a bit too.
Oh, the new one?
The new one, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. It's real nice.
It's very retro.
Yep. So anyway, we'll wrap it up for tonight, guys. Again, tune in Friday night for the live unboxing. That'll be the Detective Comics 1000, Jason Fabok. Hopefully I won't break a cape or anything while I'm unboxing that. I'm a little bit nervous. because it's 2 big boxes. But anyway, I'm really excited to finally get that piece in. Again, I also have the Joker Arkham Knight, which I will do sometime. It might be this weekend, might be tomorrow. I don't know when it'll be. We'll see. I don't know if I can wait that long. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But those are the 2 probably coming up first. Anything, I can't remember what you said, Jeff. Anything coming in the Sanctuary soon? I can't remember.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for Swamp Thing. I'm waiting for Queen Studios Black Widow, Queen Studios Wonder Woman, Queen Studios Ledger Joker, all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of, so definitely keep checking out the Sanctuary. Also, Eric, please plug your channel while you're at it.
I am All Things Art on YouTube. Do statue repair and painting kits and so forth.
Which is awesome. So definitely check out his channel. Also, if you're a member of the Facebook group, I am starting to, and I know it's early, but it's going to go fast. I've started putting the Batsy Award stuff in the Facebook group. So please nominate. I think what we're going to do this year is a little bit different because the nominations are so large that I think what we'll do is we'll have a nomination segment. We will then vote. And then I will take the top 5 out of each category, and that is what we will present on the Batsies. I think that's probably would be a little bit easier. We're also going to add a few new categories, I think, this year. Maybe take out a few and add a few. I know Matt had a great idea for a video game category. We talked in the group the other day, maybe today earlier, that I think it'd be fun to do a best Sideshow statue, best Prime 1 statue, best XM statue, give each company some love that way, because there's just so much competition out there that it would be nice to recognize some companies that don't always get picked. So there's going to be some changes this year, but I'm really excited to continue to up our game for our 3rd annual Batsy Awards. So definitely please visit the Facebook group and please nominate your statues. So far, I think I've got best bust, best 1/4 scale, best small scale, and best 3rd scale right now in the group. So I'll continue to spam the group with that, and hopefully you guys will continue to nominate. Remember, if you are nominating, please only nominate stuff that comes out this year. It needed to come out from basically December to December, or maybe I think I said November to November actually. So anyway, please nominate, and again, please check out Secret Sanctuary and All Things Art. And otherwise, have a great rest of your week. And please join me Friday night for the live unboxing. So we'll see you guys then. Have a good night, gentlemen. See you guys in the Black Cave. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
everybody.
Good night. Thanks for watching.